you. In this class, I am going to start with another topic of chapter human reproduction, and the topic is parturition and lactation. Topic is parturition and lactation. So, before going to start, first revise our previous class contained what is spermatogenesis and where the spermatogenesis takes place, what is oogenesis and where the oogenesis takes place, then fusion of these gametes known as fertilization, finally they implanted into the endometrium wall of the female and embedded in the endometrium wall of the female, and finally the embryogenesis takes place inside, or that embryo converted into the child or baby. So first, then we have to revise our previous class content, then we proceed to the today's topic, that is parturition and lactation. So the spermatogenesis process takes place inside the seminiferous tubule, where the spermatogonia present on the epithelial membrane of the seminiferous tubule, which undergoes in mitosis, first in mitosis division to form the primary spermatocyte, then they produce the secondary spermatocyte by meiosis division. But meiosis division first, and further the meiosis division followed by the meiosis second, and finally the spermatid form, then spermatid undergoes in differentiation process that is known as spermiogenesis, also known as spermiogenesis, or finally the spermatozoa forms inside the lumen of seminiferous tubule. Then they get embedded in the Sertoli cell to get their nutrients from the Sertoli cell, because Sertoli cell provide basically the nutrients to the developing sperm, and the release of these sperm from the Sertoli cell or from the seminiferous tubule is known as spermiation. Now come to the spermatozoa form inside the male reproductive organ. Then come to the next oogenesis process. It takes place inside the ovary of the female, inside the ovary, like spermatogonia in male, there is also the germ cells also present in the germinal epithelium of ovary, the oogonia. Oogonia undergoes first in mitosis division to form the primary oocyte, then the primary oocyte undergoes in meiosis second of prophase first. They become seeds at this stage in the intrauterine life of female fetus, and finally when after birth, when the female child undergoes in puberty, finally the meiosis division starts from the prophase first to complete the meiosis first division to form the secondary oocyte, and followed by the meiosis second to form the oocyte or ovum inside the fallopian tube, because during the ovulation process the secondary oocyte passes out from the ovary at the secondary oocyte stage, and they complete their second meiotic division in the fallopian tube. When the wall of the ovum triggered by the sperm, when the sperm enter, they induce certain changes in the membrane of the ovum, and finally they continue from the metaphase second of meiosis second to form the one ovum and second polar body. Now the male and female gametes are formed. अब time है to get fertilized. For the fertilization of these male or female gamete only takes place when the release of ovum and release of these sperm simultaneously in the fallopian tube, or synchronicity also takes place, that is जो sperm होंगे और ovum होंगे, they release at the same time so that they can fertilize the ovum, become more receptive towards the sperm, and the interaction will be more strong. So synchronicity takes place for the proper fertilization of the sperm. When they come in contact with the ovum, they induce certain changes inside the wall of ovum or inside the zone of pellucida, where they trigger the metaphase second, that they undergoes in the meiosis second division. They complete their meiosis second division to form the complete ovum and one polar body. Finally, due to the acrosome, the sperm contain acrosome for the dissolution of the zona pellucida membrane of ovum, because the zona pellucida membrane is quite thick as compared to the other membrane, corona radiata, which is irregular. So there is no need to dissolve the corona radiata, but there is need to dissolve the zona pellucida membrane, because the membrane of the membrane zona pellucida is quite thick, and without dissolution of the membrane, sperm not able to transmit their nucleus inside the ooplasm or cytoplasm of the ovum. Finally, after the dissolution of the membrane, the sperm transmit their nucleus, that is haploid nucleus, inside the cytoplasm of the ovum, and where the ovum also contain the haploid nucleus. Finally, the haploid nucleus of sperm and ovum, they get fused to form the zygote. Zygote undergoes in embryogenesis process, they convert into the 2-cell, 4-cell, or also undergoes in the cleavage process to form the 2, 4, 8 and 60-cell blastocyst stage or modular stage. That modular stage undergoes in blastocyst structure of the embryo, where the trophoblast membrane, where the cells of blastocyst, where the cells of blastocyst undergoes in differentiation process to form the outer layer of trophoblast and inner cell mass. The trophoblast, finally the blastocyst reaches in the cavity of uterus, and they attach on the endometrium wall. Finally, when they attach with the endometrium wall, the cells of endometrium wall undergoes in rapid division to form the covering of the embryo, to secure the implantation of the embryo. Finally, after the implantation, the inner cell mass undergoes in the division to form the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. As we already know, the membranes of these embryo actually responsible for the development of different organ system, or different structure systems. So for example, the skin is formed by the ectoderm, for example, and the kidney is formed and the notochord is also the ectodermal in origin. So इस तरीके से many of the organs formed by the different layer of the embryo or different derm of the embryo. Now let us discuss about the today's topic, parturition and lactation. So in the previous class we have already discussed how after the implantation the trophoblast layer become projected, finger-like projection arises from the trophoblast layer, which become interdigited with the endometrium wall to form the placenta, and they connect the fetus circulatory system or fetus to the mother. So through the placenta, all the nutrients, vitamin, what fetus need for their development transmitted through the placenta into the fetus, and also from the fetus, because they undergoes in growth. For the growth there is need to metabolize the carbohydrate, or during the metabolism there is also release of some waste material and release of carbon dioxide also. So the waste material and carbon dioxide also passes through the placenta into the mother excretory system. Now so placenta play major role in the connection to form the connection in between the mother and the fetus for the transfer of different nutrients and waste material. They also function as endocrine system because they release the different hormones, human chorionic gonadotrophin hormone, human placental lactogen hormone, estrogen and progesterone too. So because for the security of implantation of the embryo, for the proper maintenance of the pregnancy, all these hormones secreted by the placenta by the placenta or through the placenta. So there are during the parturition, that means the fetus fully developed into the baby, or during the development about after 1 month, at the end of or end of 1 month, the heart is formed inside the fetus, inside the and about 12 weeks, that is first trimester stage, the all the organs, major organ system also form. So 1 month, about 1 month, end of 1 month, क्या बनेगा? Heart formed. At the end of second month or second month, the other organ system will be formed. Start to at the end of the second month, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? The heart sound of the fetus also heard by, can heard by the stethoscope. So about 12 weeks के around, the major organ system also are formed inside the fetus. Major organ system, major organ system formed, that is first trimester stage. Here is first, also known as first trimester, and about 24 weeks के around, the hairs on the head also appear on hairs on head is appeared, and also the body is covered by fine hair. So these are hair appear, mainly hairs appeared on head. So these are finally the fetus become well developed inside the uterus. During the process of this development, the humans, the gestation period of human, that is overall intrauterine life of the fetus in human, and the development of the fetus inside the uterus of the human takes place about 9 months of intrauterine life of fetus and gestation period. So gestation period of fetus is about 9 months. Approximately 9 month का gestation period होगा. After these, the rapid contraction or the vigorous contraction occur inside the uterus. That is the also the contraction initiated or started by the fetus or placenta. So the contraction for the parturition process, that is delivery of after 9 months or intrauterine life of the fetus, is about the 9 month. In between the 9 months, the fetus become fully matured, fully developed. It is said to be fully developed, or when the fetus become fully developed, there is need to deliver this fetus. So that delivery is known as the parturition process. And for the parturition process, the initiation of muscle contraction of uterus done by the placenta or by the relaxin secreted by the ovary at the end of the gestation period. And when the fetus become fully developed, so fetus and placenta, they function together in the mild contraction of the uterus. So thus they stimulate uterus for the contractions before the vigorous contraction will occur. So for the delivery of the fetus, the contraction started by the fetus. First mild contraction started by fetus and placenta, said to be placental hormone, placenta, because through the there is only the connection in between the fetus and mother is placenta. So all the signals which are given by fetus generally they transfer through the placenta in the mother, so that the anterior pituitary gland they secrete the oxytocin, which is an important hormone. They stimulate muscles of uterus to contract, and vigorous contraction of result in the vigorous contraction of the uterus to expulsion of for the expulsion of the baby, or for the for the expulsion of the baby. So that takes place by the first, the mild contraction is started by the fetus and placenta, and through the placenta that signal transmitted in the anterior pituitary gland of the mother. So finally the vigorous contraction takes place. Vigorous or vigorous contraction done by oxytocin, which is secreted by anterior pituitary gland. So how the signals transmitted by the fetus and placenta, and how they receive oxytocin released by the anterior pituitary gland, how anterior pituitary gland receive the signals to release oxytocin. Finally the oxytocin transmitted in the uterus of the female, and the muscles of the uterus or myometrium of the uterus receive that oxytocin and undergoes in vigorous rapid contraction. That is, rapid contraction of the uterus takes place that lead to expulsion of the baby. So expulsion of the baby done by the mainly oxytocin. So how the oxytocin releases from, and overall process हम देखेंगे with the help of the flow chart and the diagram too. So during the parturition of baby birth, there are so many hormones that is responsible for the delivery of the baby, not only the oxytocin, because relaxin also releases from the ovary. They also stimulate the or also help in the delivery of or expulsion of fetus or baby. So how the process done by the anterior pituitary gland. So the main function of the main functional hormone is oxytocin, but some of the other hormones also help in the contraction of the muscles of uterus. So here is anterior pituitary gland. Anterior pituitary gland, and here is posterior pituitary gland. Now, as we already discussed in previous class or in class 11, in the endocrinology section of the biology, in which the anterior pituitary gland, which is connected with the hypothalamus, secretes so many hormones, and there are different parts of anterior pituitary gland, that is anterior pituitary or pituitary gland, interior pituitary, posterior pituitary, and the intermediate pituitary also present in between the interior and posterior pituitary. But in this chapter, we because oxytocin releases from the posterior pituitary gland. So we will discuss about the posterior pituitary gland. So but there are so many, and anterior pituitary gland is also known as anterior pituitary adenohypophysis, and posterior pituitary are also known as the neurohypophysis. And now from the posterior pituitary gland, because they are neurohypophysis, they directly stimulated by the neuron, and also said to be the hormone secreted at the hypothalamus, in the neural cell of the hypothalamus. Finally, because the posterior pituitary gland is directly connected with the hypothalamus through the neuron, so the neuron part of the hypothalamus secrete their hormone in the anterior pituitary gland. So they release the oxytocin and ADH, both hormone. So mainly two hormones secreted by the posterior pituitary gland: oxytocin, only two hormone, and ADH, antidiuretic hormone, or also said to be vasopressin hormone. Oxytocin hormone releases by the posterior pituitary gland. They mainly act in the major role of oxytocin in the contraction of uterus wall. Also, they induce the lactation process, that is secretion of milk. So whenever there is lack of these the oxytocin hormone, if in female the oxytocin any circumstances, if the oxytocin in female will not be formed in the posterior pituitary gland, so the female are not able to deliver naturally their baby, because due to the absence of oxytocin, there is no release of the milk too, because they also secrete the mammillary gland for the secretion of milk, also contract the uterus for the parturition process, for the delivery of the baby. When the oxytocin lacks in female, so there is no delivery of the female, or no contraction, labor pain occur in the female after 9 months, or there is also absence of the milk secretion or also milk formation. So 3 दिन तक approximately female में milk formation भी नहीं होगा, तो that could be done by the oxytocin, and result behind that situation is only oxytocin. But other hormone also support the function of the oxytocin, such as relaxin and the hormone of placenta, and the signals from the fetus, because the signals from the fetus also releases the some signals which is only releases when the fetus become fully developed or fully grows inside the uterus. So inside the uterus, because the fetus is fully developed, the oxytocin, the signal released by the fetus, and they transmitted through the placenta in the female pituitary gland. They release some signals which transmitted through the placenta, and they stimulate the posterior pituitary gland for the secretion of oxytocin, and they finally act on the uterus of the female, or myometrium of the female, so that they release finally they stimulate the myometrium wall of the uterus, or contraction done by the, and finally result in the expulsion of baby. and the result in the parturition process. After the parturition, the second function of oxytocin, the what is lactation, that is release of the secretion of the milk, that is also stimulated by the oxytocin, because they stimulate the mammary gland, because जैसे जैसे डेवलपमेंट होता है due to the some hormone, the growth factors also stimulate the mammary gland of the female, and with the with the developing embryo, the mammary gland or the number of alveoli increases in the mammary gland of the female. So with the developing embryo, mammary gland will also become full developed in female, so that they can form large amount of milk for the to provide the nutrition to the young ones. So they also stimulate the mammary gland for the secretion of milk, for the secretion of milk. So that's why the secretion of milk and delivery both together takes place inside the female. There is no time difference in between the secretion of milk and the expulsion and the parturition of the baby. With the expulsion of the baby and after a few hours of delivery, the mother also secrete the milk for the nutrition of baby, because both are stimulated by the oxytocin that is released by the posterior pituitary gland, and that posterior pituitary gland is stimulated by the fetus. So mild contraction done by the fetus, the signals provided by the fetus that is fully developed inside the uterus, and they release some signals through the placenta. The signals transmitted in the mother anterior pituitary gland, so that in the mother posterior pituitary gland, so that the mother posterior pituitary gland, which is directly linked with the hypothalamus through the neuron, the neural cells of hypothalamus also form the oxytocin, immature, said to be also immature. So oxytocin also formed by they stimulate the neurons of hypothalamus, stimulate the posterior pituitary gland for the secretion of the oxytocin and ADH both, but there is no function of the ADH during the parturition and lactation. Only oxytocins help in the parturition. Now the help in the parturition and the secretion of the milk. Now some other hormones also support the parturition process and the secretion of the milk are relaxin. That relaxin secreted by the ovary. So ovary secretes mother ovary. So at the end of the intrauterine life of the fetus, the mother ovary secretes relaxin, because the developed fetus provides or secrete the stimulus or secrete the signals that stimulate the posterior pituitary gland and the ovary both for the secretion of the oxytocin from the posterior pituitary gland and the secretion of relaxin from the ovary. Both together help in the parturition and lactation, but the relaxin help oxytocin or side hormone, which help oxytocin for the secretion of the oxytocin for the contraction of myometrium wall of the uterus. So because the myometrium wall only formed by the muscles, so only muscle in the muscles the contraction only takes place in the endometrium wall. The endometrium wall mainly formed by the some tissues and the cells, deposition of blood cells. So the contraction only takes place in the myometrium only. So, myometrium of the, and the rapid contraction or vigorous contraction done by the uterus, so expulsion of these baby result in the parturition, and due to the result of parturition finally the mother able to give birth to young ones, and also through the lactation they also produce or secrete the milk, and milk is also milk mammary gland is also stimulated by the oxytocin, which is related by the posterior pituitary gland. So here is in this class we have discussed about the parturition and lactation. I hope you like this video. So students, keep listening and watching me. Thank you for